Smoke curls through the alley, midnight on your face. Leather jacket, whiskey breath, time can't keep pace. You walk like danger, a secret in your eyes. I chase the shadow, but shadows tell lies. The city's heart is bleeding, neon cuts the night. Every corner whispers, but it ain't quite right. I held your hand like a weapon, pressed close to mine. Now the world spins slow and I'm running out of time. And I swear the stars fell when you left. Every clock in the room stopped with every breath. The clock stops when you're gone, my empire crumbles, but I still hold on. Love like a bullet, sharp and true. I'm a gentleman gangster dying for you. The clock stops, but my heart keeps the score. In a dark lit room, I'm wanting you more. Desert winds howl, dust on the gun. We danced with the devil, but I thought we won. Your perfume lingers like a promise I broke. Every lie we told, every vow we spoke, silken scars, our love is crime. I steal eternity just to make you mine. Cigarette smoke in a blackened Cadillac, I drive to the edge, but you never came back. And I swear, moon fell when you cried. Every second we lost, I can't rewind. The clock stops when you're gone, my empire crumbles, but I still hold on. Love like a bullet, sharp and true. I'm a gentleman gangster dying for you. The clock stops, but my heart keeps the score. In a dark lit room, I'm wanting you more. Velvet shadows, our stains collide. I wear my heartbreak like a badge of pride. Every highest, every gamble I risked for your love, but you vanished like smoke, like a ghost above. The clock stops when you're gone, my empire crumbles, but I still hold on. Love like a bullet, sharp and true. I'm a gentleman gangster dying for you. The clock stops, but my heart keeps the score. And in this darkened room, I want you more. Fade out with whispered echoes. The clock stops, but I'll wait forever.
Neon bleeds on a midnight street. Smoke on my coat, dust on my feet. I learned how to fight, learn how to fall. Learn real fast, I can't trust at all. Gold on my hands, rust in my chest. I smile like I'm winning, I'm losing the best. Whiskey talks when the world goes mute. Every sin's got a tailored suit. I loved you quiet, I loved you wrong. Now your ghost hums in every song. They call me silent, they call me cold. Say I got fire in my blood, ice in my soul. But they don't know what the night did to me when I chose the crown over honesty. I'm not the man you fell in love with back then. I shake hands with the dark, call him my friend. I wear power like a loaded gun, still pull the trigger when the hurt comes. I trade all this steel and smoke for one last night when my heart was broke. You loved the man I used to be. Now I'm just a shadow walking free. Black tie sins and a gentleman's grin. I let the devil teach me how to win. Every promise tastes like regret. Every kiss smells like cigarettes. I built an empire out of pain. Now I rule alone in the pouring rain. Your name's carved in a motel door. Every town feels like war. I act tough, but the truth cuts deep. I don't sleep, I just bleed in dreams. They say I'm dangerous, born for the throne, but a king ain't nothing when he's alone. I lost my life in a dirty deal, chose survival over what was real. I'm not the man you fell in love with back then. I shake hands with the dark, call him my friend. I wear power like a loaded gun, still pull the trigger when the hurt comes. I trade all this steel and smoke for one last night when my heart was broke. You loved the man I used to be. Now I'm just a shadow walking free. If love's a crime, I did my time, still serve my sentence every night. I was gentle once, I swear it's true, before the world taught me what men do. If you see me in a rearview glow, this crown, I'd lose this fight for the man I used to be.
Midnight cold, my knuckles in blood and regret. Streetlight halo, cigarettes, I never quit. I wore silence like a tailored suit, a gentleman's smile, but my hands told the truth. I loved you quiet, I loved you wrong. Built an empire just to watch it fall. Every promise carved into stone. Still I walk these roads alone. I was king of the moment, slave to my pride, had the world in my pocket, but you slipped through my side. If I could turn back, I'd drop the crown, lay my guns and my glory down. I choose your tears over all this fame, trade every win just to hear your name. If I could turn back the man I became, I'd love you soft, not sharp with pain. Now I'm rich in scars, poor in truth, a gangster heart with a gentleman's brew. Desert wind sings through a broken motel. Your ghost ride shotgun, I know you too well. Gold rings heavy on these hands, but they couldn't hold what mattered then. I mistook primer for being cold. Thought love was weak, thought fire was control. Now every mirror knows my crime. I lost you once, I lose you every time. I play dashboard view. If time won't turn, I'll turn to you. In every song, in every scar, you're the past I can't outrun.
Midnight leather, dust on my shoes. City's breathing, smoke and bad news. I learned love in a backstreet bar, where hearts break slow and leave deep scars. You smile like trouble, sweet and wild, a broken queen with a sinner style. I knew your name before you spoke, felt that fire, felt that choke. I don't pray much, I don't run, I shake hands with the loaded gun. I loved you quiet, I loved you hard, like a gentleman with a criminal heart. This is vintage pain, aged in time, like old whiskey in a dying light. I loved you clean, I loved you wrong, still wore my suit when it all went gone. I bleed in style, I stand in rain, a gangster soul with vintage pain. Neon crosses, desert skies, promises told in your tired eyes. You kissed me like a last goodbye, like you knew love don't ever survive. I held the door, I paid the price, I played the man, I rolled the dice. You danced away with the devil's grin, left me rich in scars, poor in sin. I don't beg love, I don't plead, I bury ghosts where roses bleed. If loving you was a crime I claim, life sentence in vintage pain. This is vintage pain, slow and deep, like a memory I don't get to keep. I loved you proud, I loved you brave, put flowers on a love I couldn't save. That old school love, that vintage pain. Black tie, crack gold soul. I never needed control. I just wanted you to stay, but love like ours don't obey. Now every street knows my name, every mirror knows my shame. I don't chase, I don't explain, I just live with vintage pain. Yeah, some men cry, some men burn, some men love and never learn. I stood tall, I stayed true, lost myself trying to save you. This is vintage pain, born to last, like first love trapped in the past. I loved you soft, I loved you mean, like a movie scene no one's seen. I tip my head, I walk away, still in love with vintage pain. Engine low, cigarette glow, heart still beats in a slow-mo slow. If loving you was all I gained, and I'm rich in vintage pain. Streetlight flickers like a bad memory, rain on my collar, dust in my soul. I learned how to smile with a loaded heart, a gentleman's mask with a nine nose. Hands in my pockets, knuckles still ache from promises I couldn't keep. I loved you quiet, I loved you wrong. Now your ghost won't let me sleep. I don't beg, I don't bleed where they see. I just breathe in smoke and dignity. Every sin I carry wears your name in a frame that time can't ever fade. This is sepia-toned sorrow, baby, old and deep, like a love letter burn, but I still keep. I'm a king with a crown made of rust, heart of gold, but the world taught me dust. I walk tall through the pain I borrow, in a suit stitched tight with tomorrow. I loved you up, I loved you hollow. Now I rule my nights with sepia-toned sorrow. Angels crying, motel glass. Desert wind sings what we never said. Your perfume stuck in my cigarette. Every drag tastes like what's dead. I play the wolf, I played it cool. Chivalry with a crooked grin. If loving you was a crime, I did. I'd do the time again and again. I don't chase, I don't curse the past. I just pour another and let it pass. There's a slow wake under tailored pride, where your goodbye still lives inside. There's a sepia-tone sorrow, heavy and slow, like a movie scene that won't let go. I'm a gangster with a poet's bruise, sharp-dressed pain with nothing to lose. I stand firm where my heart got narrow, with a blade of truth I never show. I loved you pure, I loved you feral. Now I breathe in nights of sepia-tone sorrow. If love's a gun, I kept it clean. Never fired, but it fired me. I held the door, I paid the price. Still lost you in a gentleman's vice. Power's not fist or a loaded step. It's walking alone and still being fair. So I tip my hat to what we were, and let the dark make me harder, not cruel. Slow blues hum, heartbeat low, dust on boots, nowhere to go. Your shadow dances on the wall. I don't fall, I don't fall. This is sepia-tone sorrow, inked in my chest. A beautiful one that I wear my best. I'm a calm in a storm I swallow. Silent thunder, pride half broken. I loved you then, I love tomorrow. But tonight I stand here stone and solo. Old soul fire, pain I follow, crowned by time and sepia-tone sorrow. Fade to black, but I'm still standing. Love didn't kill me, it just taught me how to walk away like a gentleman. I learned how to smile with a split lip grin. Shine my shoes in the alley, blood on my hands, not sin. Mama said, boy, keep your head down low. But the streets kept talking, said, this is all you know. Whiskey nights, cheap light flickering red. Dreams in my pocket, debts in my head. I wore pain like a tailored coat. A gentleman walking where the broken flowed. I loved you quiet, loved you clean. In a world that eats hearts just to feel seen. Every kiss was a loaded gun. Every promise weighed more than the things I'd done. The good old days, yeah, they were bad. Gold on my knuckles, dust in my lungs. Laughing like kings, but dying young. I had the whole world crack. We were in love nights went black. Yeah, we were strong, yeah, we were sad. Don't let them fool you. Good old days were bad. I talk like a boss, but I slept like a stray. Proud and regrets till the break of day. Every man I knew was half legend, half lie. We all wore suits just to bleed inside. You saw through the smoke, through the scars on my name. Said you're not evil, just born in the flame. I wanted out, but I wanted you more. Funny how love makes a man choose war. I'd lay my gun on the table at night just to prove I could still do right. But the purse don't drown, it waits like a loaded die, like heaven's gate. The good old days, yeah, they were bad. Silk on your skin, sit in my lap. We danced real slow while the sirens sang. I was a king with a heart in rags. You were my church, my last command. We were in love, but cursed like that. Don't romanticize the blood we had. The good old days were bad. If I could go back, I wouldn't be clean. I'd still be broken, just less mean. I'd hold you tighter in the burning rain. Tell you love's worth more than pride and pain. I was raised to rule, not to be saved. But you made a sinner wanna behave. Still some men are born to roam, even when love feels like home. We didn't lose, we survived loud. The good old days, they left a mark. Ink on my soul, fire in the dark. I don't miss the blood, I miss your laugh. Back when hope still fought the past. If loving you was the wrong path, I'd walk it again, no looking back. Say it slow, say it sad. The good old days, yeah, the good old days were bad. Still a gentleman, still a ghost, still in love with the girl I almost chose. Smoke curls in the corner of this empty room. Whiskey on my lips, the clock strikes doom. Your shadow lingers in the frame on the wall. I swear I hear your laughter through it all. Leather coat and a heart full of scars. Walking down these streets beneath the neon star. Every alley knows the secrets I keep. Every step I take, the memories creep. Fingers tracing edges of your old disguise. I can't outrun the storm in your eyes. The city hums our song in minor key, and I'm drowning slow in the ghost of what we used to be. Faded photograph, your face slips away like smoke in the night, like a price I can't pay. I feel like a king in a crown of regret, a gentleman, gangster love I can't forget. Fading photographs, and I'm losing you fast. Every moment we had is a shadow cast. Playing cards with destiny, the stakes are high. Your perfume lingers like a lullaby. Gunmetal hearts and velvet sin. I lost the war before it could begin. Nearest show, man, I barely know. Heart and lines, but your love still shows. Cigarette ash falls on the floor. Every little piece reminds me you're no more. I whisper your name to the midnight rain. This noir-lit city can't wash away the pain. I hold the silence where your laughter bled, and sleep with ghosts in my iron bed. Fading photographs, your face slips away like smoke in the night, like a price I can't pay. I feel like a king in a crown of regret, a gentleman, gangster love I can't forget. Fading photographs, and I'm losing you fast. Every moment we had is a shadow cast. Neon bleeding on these cracked streets, every heartbeat echoes in defeat. I wore your love like a tailored suit, now I walk alone, and the city's mute. Fading photographs, your face slips away like smoke in the night, like a price I can't pay. A ghost in the frame, a whisper in the past, a gentleman, gangster love I can't outlast. Fading photographs, and I'm losing you fast. Every kiss, every touch, a shadow cast. Neon shadows paint your name on my wall. Smoke curls like memories down these empty halls. Silver cups and promises I couldn't keep. Your whispered goodbye haunts me in my sleep. I walk the line where angels fear to tread. A gentleman, a sinner with a heart of lead. Your ghost rides shotgun on every midnight chase. I'm searching for you in this resting place, resting place, where your love used to lie. I light the night with a cigarette sky, grit stained hands, but a soul still brave. I'd cross the desert, fight the grave, just to hold you in this resting place. Leather and steel, my armor against the rain, but your laugh cracks through a sweet and bitter pain. Every street corner, every broken street lamp glow, I see you rise in the fire's low. I ride the storm where angels fear to tread. A shadow of a man with a bleeding head. Your memory rides shotgun on every midnight chase. I'm lost, I'm alive in this resting place, resting place, where your love used to lie. I light the night with a cigarette sky, grit stained hands, but a soul still brave. I'd cross the desert, fight the grave, just to hold you in this resting place. Under moonlit whispers, I hear your name. I know our serenade, love and pain the same. I'll bury my heart where the shadows reign. A gentleman, a gangster, forever in chains. Oh, rest in place, where your love used to lie. I light the night with a cigarette sky, grit stained hands, but a soul still brave. I'd cross the desert, fight the grave, just to hold you in this resting place. Neon fades, but your ghost remains in the quiet ashes of my heart's remains. Rest in place, I'll wait, I'll chase, forever lost in this resting place. Smoke curves in the neon haze. Your shadow dances through my maze. I wore my suit like armor, baby, but your love slipped out so crazy. Whiskey whispers in an empty glass. Memories haunt like a broken past. The city sleeps, but my heart's awake. Every sin I made, every move I fake. I've got diamonds, but they don't shine. Gold chains, but you're still on my mind. I play the king, but I bleed inside. Your love's the bullet I can't hide. Yesterday's crimes, they're calling me. In your eyes I see the enemy. I fight for power, I fight for love, but I can't outrun the ghost above. Yeah, yesterday's crimes, they're breaking me. You were my queen, now you're free. I feel the gangster, but I feel the pain. Your love's the fire I can't contain. Leather boots on the alley stone. I walk alone, this city's my home. You left your mark like a tattooed lie. I'm rich in sin, but poor in goodbye. Cigarette smoke curls around my pride. Every scar I wear, every tear I hide. The night is heavy, the moon's my witness. I play the game, but love's the business. I've got guns, but they don't replace what's undone. I'm a gentleman lost in the grind, counting my losses one crime at a time. Yesterday's crimes, they're calling me. In your eyes I see the enemy. I fight for power, I fight for love, but I can't outrun the ghosts above. Yeah, yesterday's crimes, they're breaking me. You were my queen, now you're free. I feel the gangster, but I feel the pain. Your love's a fire I can't contain. Darkened streets, blood and wine. Your voice echoes in every line. I tip my hat to what we lost. A life of crime, but love's the cost. Yesterday's crimes, they're calling me. In your eyes I see the enemy. I fight for power, I fight for love, but I can't outrun the ghost above. Yeah, yesterday's crimes, they're breaking me. You were my queen, now you're free. I feel the gangster, but I feel the pain. Your love's a fire I can't contain. Smoke curls and the night falls slow. I walk alone where the shadows go. Yesterday's crimes, they're carved in stone. I lost your heart, but I still own the throne. We learn love in the back of a rusted dream. Barefoot on broken street, 16 and me. You had fire in your smile, smoke in your eyes. I wore hope like a switchblade, sharp with lies. Mama said, boy, don't fall so fast, but angels don't warn you what won't last. I kissed your scars, you held my hand. That was the night my childhood ended, damn. I traded my innocence for your name. Every prayer I had caught fire in the rain. This is childhood sin, baby, hear it break. When love makes a man but leaves him away, I stand in the dark like a gentleman king, with blood on my crown and a diamond ring. I loved you hard, I loved you true. Now power's the only thing left to do. If heaven asks where my soft heart went, I'll say it died at childhood's end. I'll die slow to a radio cry, neon moonlight, cheap wine high. I was a sinner with a clean suit soul. You were the reason I lost control. Every promise called deep in my chest. I'd kill the world just to let you rest. But love's a game with loaded dice, and I paid for yours with my whole life. Now every mirror knows my face, a hardened man born from a tender place. This is childhood's end, hear the door slam. When a boy turns mid-turns man, I walk alone in tailored pain, whiskey breath and desert rain. I loved you loud, I loved you bent, till the silence learned my accent. If they ask me when I stop pretending, I'll say the night you left, childhood's ending. I don't cry no more, I negotiate with ghosts. I don't beg no more, I just pay the cost. You don't forget your first love, you bury it with honor. Scene, black suit, white rose, gasoline. I'm still a lover, just colder now. I kiss rings, not vows. I bleed again if you'd repent, but love don't do second intense. So I walk tall, is gone. Only legends love that strong. Neon leaks through iron bars, paint scars on my skin. Cigarette prayers to the dark for the mess I'm in. I wore a suit made out of sins, called it being a man. Silk-tied dreams, dirty hands, blood on every plan. Clock ticks loud like a loaded gun in my chest. I learned too late, love don't wait for the strong or the bad. I was king of a corner, lord of a stair, but I left my heart in your coat, hanging nowhere. I had power in my silence, fear in my name, but I never learned how to hold you the same. Now I'm growing old in prison, with your ghost in my veins. Bars on the window, but it's love that's the chain. I was a gentleman devil, a gangster in pain. If freedom's your kiss, I died in the rain. Yeah, I'm growing old in prison, counting years, counting blame. I trade all this muscle just to hear you say my name. There's a desert in my chest where you'll have to live. Dry wind memories of mercy I never gave. The boys still call me solid, say I never broke, but every night I choke on the words I never spoke. I carved my name in concrete, thought it'd make me real, but the toughest men bleed slow when they finally feel. Your eyes were an open road, mine were a war. I chose to fight, lost the home I was fighting for. I had style, I had swagger, old gold ring, but love needs hands, not a loaded thing. Now I'm growing old in prison, with your ghost in my veins. Bars on the window, but it's love that's the chain. I was a gentleman devil, a gangster in pain. If freedom's your kiss, I died in the rain. Yeah, I'm growing old in prison, counting years, counting blame. I trade all this muscle just to hear you say my name. They taught me how to survive, not how to stay. How to stare down dead, not how to pray. If love's a crime, I pled too late. Now the doors close quiet, sealed by fate. I laid down my crown, my reputation, for one slow dance, one damn conversation. Let the world call me weak, let the walls laugh loud. I was never this strong till I bow. Yeah, I'm growing old in prison, with your ghost in my veins. Every night I rehearse how I love you, right this time, no games. I was a gentleman devil, a gangster ashamed. If heaven's your touch, I'm lost in the flame. Yeah, I'm growing old in prison, where the hard men when the lights go out and the steel gets cold. I hold your memory like contraband hold. If there's a road past these walls, I'll find my way. Till then, I'm growing old in prison. Loving you day by day. Street light flickers like a dying star. I learned my prayers in the back of a car. White knuckle fate, black tie sin. I wore my heart like a loaded gun. Every promise tasted like rust. I loved you hard, I loved you rough. I was a king in a borrowed crown, till your name was the only thing that brought me down. I shook hands with the devil, poured drinks with regret. I paid every price I never meant. Still your ghost walks free in my mind, while I'm doing life for a love that died. I did time for your touch, for your smile, for your lies, for the nights you left me but stayed in my eyes. I was a gentleman sinner, a gangster in pain. Yeah, I loved you honest, and that's my shame. No judge, no jury, just scars I heard. Baby, loving you was time served. Silk suit soul with a blood red past. I talk real low, I move real fast. I never begged, I never ran, but I broke my rule when I held your hand. You saw the man, not the smoke and steel. You kissed a part of me that still could feel. Now every bar sounds like your name. Every song's just another frame. I built these walls out of pride and stone. Still your memory got in my bones. Freedom tastes like cheap perfume when it's not you waiting in the room. I did time for your touch, for your smile, for your lies, for the nights you left me but stayed in my eyes. I was a gentleman sinner, a gangster in pain. Yeah, I loved you honest, and that's my shame. No judge, no jury, just scars I heard. Baby, loving you was time served. Dark desert highway, radio low. Your shadow ride shotgun wherever I go. I take the fall, I take the blame. I'd walk back into that burning flame. If love's a crime, then I confess. I'd do it again, no less, no less. Touch, for your soul, for your fire, for believing forever was more than desire. I'm a cold-suited dreamer with a soft-spoken curse. Still I bleed every night just to make it reverse like the doors. Let the truth be heard, I lost my life, but it was time served. Light fades, morning comes. I walk alone, but I don't run. Some love's killed, some love saved. Yours was the sentence I never escaped. blinds of dawn. Whiskey breath and a tailored coat still on. I shake hands with ghosts on empty streets. Gold watch ticking like it knows my defeat. I loved you clean, but I lived too rough. A gentleman's smile, hands bruised enough. I made my vows in a borrowed time. Thought love would wait, yeah, love decline. I counted days like debts I'd pay. Swore tomorrow'd make it okay, but time don't bend for a man like me. I was rich in words, but poor in honesty. The calendar lied, said you'd still be mine. Put a red circle around a better time. I played it cool, I played it strong. Now the nights know where I went wrong. I loved you hard, but I stayed away. Thought love was patient, but love escaped. Yeah, I wore the crown, I ruled the night, but the calendar lied, and you said goodbye. Silk tie loosened, knuckles torn. I learned how to win, never how to mourn. Every bar knew my name by heart, but you knew the cracks, you knew the dark. I talked tough like I had control, but power don't heal a lonely soul. You asked for truth, I gave you style. Sold your dreams, bought myself denial. I said just wait, it's not our year. Held my pride, lost you here. I thought love ran on my command. Didn't know time slips through a man. The calendar lied, said you'd still be mine. Marked forever in borrowed lines. I played the king, I played the game. Now every month whispers your name. I loved you deep, but I lived too fast. Thought hearts could pause the past. Yeah, I stood tall, I stood polite, but the calendar lied and stole our time. They call me dangerous, call me smooth. Say I got nothing left to prove, but I trade this edge, this loaded charm, just to feel your hand on my arm. I was a gangster with a gentleman's face, too proud to beg, too late to chase. Now love's a file in a desk drawer deep, and time's the only thing I couldn't keep. But the calendar lied, I believed it too. Thought love was strong enough to wait me through. I wore my scars like they made me right, but I lost the only thing that mattered that night. If I could bleed back every day I delayed, I'd choose you first, not the games I played. Yeah, I was powerful, cold and bright, but the calendar lied, and love don't fight time. So I toasted dates that never came true, to the man I was, to losing you. Midnight fades, I shut the door, still counting days that don't mean nothing anymore.
Neon rain on a dirty street, leather jacket, bloodshot sleeve. I shake hands with my own regret. Every night I don't forget. Your name tastes like cheap red wine, sweet and bitter every time. I was king in a losing game, still a sinner in a tailored frame. I don't cry, I just fade away, smile sharp, so they think I'm okay. Hard cold, but my hands still shake when the past
stress calls my name. I got seasonal depression in my bones. When the nights get longer, I'm alone. I wear love like a loaded gun. Still I miss you when the damage is done. I'm a gentleman with gangster scars, praying to ghosts under broken stars. I look powerful, but I'm bleeding slow. Yeah, I'm dying where nobody knows. Cigarette smoke in a midnight bar. They say I made it, but not that far. Gold watch ticking like a thread. Time's the one I can't outbid. I loved you like a final job. One last sin I couldn't stop. If loving you's a crime, I choose life sentence, nothing to lose. I don't bake, I don't break down. Just pour another round. I act calm, but inside my chest it's a war zone dressed in my best. I got seasonal depression in my veins. Cold marks make a mess of my brain. I hold power like it don't weigh a ton, but your absence still pulls the trigger, love. I'm a king with a cracked crowd, standing tall while I'm going down. I look fearless, I move in control, but I'm empty deep in my soul. They think silence means strength, but silence is where you live. I don't miss who you were, I miss who I was with you. Black roses on the dashboard, love letters I ignore. I learned how to survive, but forgot what I was living for. I got seasonal depression in my eyes. Every winter buries a lie. I still love you, I just don't show. Gangsters don't heal, they go cold. I'm a gentleman built from pain, still calling out your name. If love's a shadow I can't outrun, then I'll bleed in the dark till the morning comes. Neon fades, the night moves on. I light a match, then it's gone. Strong men fall in quiet ways. That's how love leaves, that's how love stays.
Street lights bleed on my leather coat. Cold smoke prayers from a tired throat. I learned love in the back of a bar, where broken men know who they are. Your name still burns in my calloused hand, like a loaded gun I don't understand. I was raised on grit, silence and scars, but you saw the man behind the bar. I walk slow, heart heavy, eyes low. Gentleman sins in a gangster code. I don't beg, I don't fold, but damn baby, the nights get cold. This is a winter of the soul, where love don't grow, it turns to stone. I loved you hard, I loved you real. Now I bleed quiet just to feel. I stand tall, but I'm not whole. Crown of ice on a heart of gold. If loving you was my final role, then let it end in the winter of the soul. Black piano, slow drag beat. Every note tastes like defeat. Your ghost dances in the rear view glass. Every mile says this too shall pass. I never promised heaven to clean, just a strong arm and loyalty. I die like a king in a cheap cheap motel if it meant you remember me well. I shake hands with my past regrets, champagne dreams, cigarette debts. I stay sharp, I stay cold, but love's the one thing I couldn't hold. This is the winter of the soul, where love turns young men old. I gave you fire, I gave you truth. Now I drink alone to remember you. I walk proud, but I'm not home. Suit pressed tight, heart overdose. If I lost you to save my soul, why does it feel like I lost it all? Yeah. I move like a boss, but I ache like a poet. Gold on my wrist, but you still own it. They see power, they don't see pain. They don't hear your voice in the rain. I'd break the law, I'd break the night, just to hold you once, do it right. But winter came and love went numb. Now I rule a kingdom of no one. Snow falls heavy on a guilty past. Every good thing was built to crack. I was strong for the world, weak for you. That's the truth men never say out loud. This is the winter of the soul. No halo, left your self-control. I loved you like a dying flame. Burn my heart just to say your name. I'm a gentleman born from war. Still knock before I kick the door. If loving you was my only role, I played alone in the winter of the soul. When spring comes, I'll still be cold, but I'll survive. I always do.
City lights bleed on my knuckles. Rain talks back to the street. I wear my pain like a tailored jacket. Buttons are missing where your heart used to be. I learned love in quiet corners where promises go to die. Your name still rides shotgun every time I drive by. I'm not the man who begs or breaks. I don't chase ghosts down dead end roads, but every tough thing I ever became was built from loving you too close. Now the autumn leaves are falling, just like us, no sound, no fire. I stayed standing, kept my honor, while you slipped into the night. I loved you like a gentleman, with a gangster's bleeding heart. Yeah, the leaves keep falling, but I don't fall apart. Whiskey shadows on the jukebox, blues humming low and slow. Your goodbye still tastes like lipstick on a glass I'll never throw. I held the door, I held my temper, held my word when it was hard. I lost you, yeah, but I kept my name, and that's the heaviest scar. They say real mailmen don't cry in public, we cry alone behind the wheel. I'd rather drown in honest silence than fake a smile I can't with clean hands, but a heart full of your name. I loved you like a gentleman, with a gangster's code and pride. Yeah, the leaves keep falling, but I keep my soul alive. Hey, I never raised my voice, never raised a hand, only raised the bar of the man I am. Love ain't weak, it's a loaded gun pointed at the heart. Hope you never run. I stood tall when you chose the dark. That's the difference between boys and scars. Tremolo guitar crying in the night, slow beat stomping like a final fight. Now the autumn leaves are falling, and I let them hit the ground. I don't curse your name, don't chase your shadow, I just let the seasons turn around. I loved you like a gentleman, with a gangster's calm goodbye. Yeah, the leaves keep falling, but I survive. If you ever miss the way I love, that quiet, dangerous kind, look for me in autumn weather. I'm the man who stayed behind. Smoke curls around the corner of your memory. Empty streets whisper secrets only I can hear. Leather boots on cracked concrete, shadows follow me. Your ghost lingers soft, but the night's cold, my dear. Whiskey burns where your laughter used to live. Cards on the table I fold but never forgive. Every kiss was a war, every touch a crime. You left in winter but I'm still counting time. I wear my scars like a suit, tailored in pain. A gentleman's code in a world gone insane. And the city sleeps, but I'm wide awake, chasing echoes of the love we couldn't make. Spring never comes, the nights stay long. I'm a shadow soldier singing your song. Heart like a fortress, soul like a gun. I loved you once, now I'm undone. Neon flickers over your faded name. I walk the alleys where the light won't claim. Street lamps bend like the weight of regret. Your silhouette's gone, but I haven't let. Every whisper of wind feels like your hand. I play the game, but I don't understand. A king in the ruins, a thief in my chest. You stole the sun, left me to the rest. I wear my scars like a suit, tailored in paint. A gentleman's code in a world gone insane. And the city sleeps, but I'm wide awake, chasing echoes of the love we couldn't make. Spring never comes, the nights stay long. I'm a shadow soldier singing your song. Heart like a fortress, soul like a gun. I loved you once, now I'm undone. Cigarette smoke curls into the past. Memories in black and white, they never last. I tip my hat to the man I was before you walked out the door. Now I'm low. Spring never comes, the nights stay long. I'm a shadow soldier singing your song. Heart like a fortress, soul like a gun. I loved you once, now I'm undone. but I still remain a gentleman lost in the snow and rain. Love's a crime I commit on my own, waiting for a spring that's never shown. Street lights flicker on cracked asphalt. Your shadow lingers where I used to walk. Cigarette smoke curls like ghost in the night. I whisper your name, but no one answers right. Leather jacket, midnight hum of the engine. Your laughter fades like smoke in suspension. Every bar I pass, every low neon glow feels like the summer left me and you won't show. Summer's gone and so are you. The city burns, but my heart's still blue. I play my cards, I walk alone. A gentleman in ruins, a king dethroned. Summer's gone, yeah, it slipped through my hands. Love's a shadow now like desert sands. Whiskey eyes in a bar full of strangers. I chase the echoes of our fleeting dangers. The night hums low like a blade in the dark. Every street corner carries your mark. I walk the line where danger meets desire. Ashes of us in the neon fire. Every deal I make, every lie I tell, your name's a curse, and I wear it well. Summer's gone, and so are you. The city burns, but my heart's still blue. I play my cards, I walk alone. A gentleman in ruins, a king dethroned. Summer's gone, yeah, it slipped through my hands. Love's a shadow now like desert sands. Midnight confessions and alleys of regret. I light the match, watch the past combust and set. Your perfume lingers on the winter wind. The game's over, but I can't let it in. Summer's gone, just like our days. I'm walking tall, but I'm set ablaze. A shadow man in a silver dawn. I survived the night, but the love is gone. Walk these streets with a cigarette glow. Midnight whispers, only shadows know. Your name's a tattoo, burning in my veins. Hourglass sand, I'm trapped in your chains. Velvet lines and whiskey kiss. Every memory slipped in the mist. I play the gentleman, sharp as a knife, but love's a game, and I lost my life. The city hums a requiem slow. Neon flickers where your secrets go. I chase the ghost of what we had, turning hearts to dust. Hourglass slipping through my hands. Your love was a bullet I couldn't withstand. I'm a king without a crown, a shadow in the night, dancing with angels, then losing the fight. Hourglass falling like my tears. Every grain whispers your name through the years. Leather jacket, trench coat, midnight call. I stand on the edge of this empire's fall. Your laughter haunts the alleyways I roam. Dark blues and desert winds guide me home. A gentleman's heart in a gangster suit. Love's a gamble, and I'm playing the brute. Your eyes cut deep like a knife in my chest. Hourglass sand, I can't find rest. The city hums a requiem slow. Neon flickers where your secrets go. I chase the ghost of what we had, turning hearts to dust. Hourglass sand, hourglass sand, slipping through my hands. Your love was a bullet I couldn't withstand. I'm a king without a crown, a shadow in the night, dancing with angels and losing the fight. Hourglass sand, falling like my tears. Every grain whispers your name through the years. Cigarette smoke, your perfume in the air. An off film scene, only you aren't there. The clock ticks slow, my heart beats fast. Every hourglass moment, a shadow cast. Hourglass, I'll carry your ghost. A gentleman's sorrow, I miss you the most. In darkened rooms, with blues and despair, I'll love you forever, though you're never there. Neon lights bleeding down my sleeve. City hums like it don't believe. I walk alone in a tailored coat, heart full of sins I never wrote. Gold ring heavy, hands still shake. Every promise I couldn't make. Your shadow smokes in the corner of my mind. I love you slow, but I live too high. I play the king in a losing game. Silence screaming your name. Every road I chose was wrong. Thought I was strong. I'm running out of time, but I still love you like a loaded gun. Running out of time. Moonlight knows what I've become. I wear my scars like diamonds and crime. A gentleman with blood on his mind. If loving you is my final crime, then baby, I'm running out of time. Whiskey truth on my crooked tongue. Too many nights, too many guns. I made my bed in a desert storm. Cold hands, but my suit stayed warm. You want a piece, I brought you war. Left my soul outside your door. I said forever like it was cheap. Now forever won't let me sleep. Your perfume still haunts this room, like a slow dance with my doom. I trade my crown, my throne, my pride, for one last night by your side. I'm running out of time, but I still love you like the last goodbye. Running out of time, heart ticking like a jailhouse light. I wear my sins in a velvet line. Dark blue soul with a damaged shine. If loving you is crossing the line, then baby, I'm running out of time. If I fall tonight, don't pray for me. I knew the cost, I paid the fee. Tell the stars I tried my best. I just loved you more than the rest. In another life, I'd be clean. No blood stains on my dreams. But this world made me hard and blind, and love made me run out of time. I was raised on silence, power and pain. But you were the only thing I couldn't control. I'm running out of time, but I still see you when I close my eyes. Running out of time. Even gangsters cry in the dark sometimes. If heaven's real, save me a sign. I'm an old soul walking the line. If loving you is the end of mine, then baby, I'm running out of time. Clock stops, city breeze. Your name's the last thing left in me. I learned how to smile with a knife in my coat. Said yes sir to pain, said no to hope. Hands full of scars, pockets full of rain. I loved you quiet, like a crime with no name. Neon prayers in a broken bar light. I watched your shadow dance with the night. I was too late, but I was true. Every bad road still led to you. I built my throne from losing fights. A gentleman in the gutter light. I never begged, I never ran, but I bleed slow just to hold your hand. I'm a late bloomer in a world that kills flowers fast. Heart like a trigger stuck in the past. I love you heavy, I love you wrong. that old record playing too long. I came in strong when the love was gone. Still wearing fire, still standing tall. I'm a late bloomer, baby, but I gave you it all. Your name still burns on my tongue like smoke. Every forever was a beautiful joke. You wanted a sunrise, I brought the storm. Black suit love, badly worn. I held my power in the way I stayed calm. Never raised my voice, only my palm. I'd fight the world, not you, not us. But timing don't care about trust. I move like sin in Sunday shoes, old soul blues with nothing to lose. I don't cry loud, I don't break clean, I just fade out like a movie scene. I'm a late bloomer in a city of thieves, where love costs more than what you believe. I love you slow, I love you deep, like a promise I couldn't keep. I showed up brave when the lights went low, with a heart still cold but a blood red glow. I'm a late bloomer, baby, still pay what I owe. And I say real men don't fall apart, but nobody tells you what it costs to have a heart. I was learning how to love when you were learning how to leave. Desert wind, whiskey breath, kissed your ghost like a slow death. If loving you was a losing game, I'd play it twice, I lose the same. I'm a late bloomer, yeah, I know I found my truth when you let go. Still stand straight, still dress sharp, still soft inside this iron heart. If you hear this song on some backstreet drive, know I loved you clean in a dirty life. I'm a late bloomer, baby, but damn, I loved you right. Fade out slow, let the vinyl cry. Some men grow old, some men survive. If loving late is my only crime, I'll do the time, every time. Neon rain on a midnight street, leather dreams and tired feet. I wear my sins like a tailored coat, smooth on the outside, heavy in my throat. Champagne nights, cheap motel true. I learned too late what love could do. I shook hands with the devil's plans, left your heart bleeding in my hands. I was too proud to beg you to stay, too cool to say the words I should say. A gentleman's silence, a gangster's pride. Now I drink alone with your ghost by my side. These are missed opportunities, baby, written in smoke and regret. I played the king, but I lost my queen, a debt I can't forget. I had the world in my crooked hands, but I let your love slip through. Now every road feels empty and cold. All my power couldn't save me from losing you. Black roses on a vine prayer, your perfume perfume still hangs in the air. I chased the night, the fast escape. Thought love was weak, thought hearts would wait. I was smooth talking, slow apologies, late night calls, no honesty. I wore control like a loaded gun. Didn't know love's the deadliest one. You needed truth, I gave you lies, a calm goodbye behind dark eyes. Now I trade my crown, my name, my fame, just to hear you whisper my name. These are missed opportunities, baby, framed in blue and red lights. I chose the war, I chose the streets. You chose to survive the nights. I had a future written in your smile, but I walked right past the sign. Now I'm rich in scars and poor in love. Yeah, I ran out of time. My last crime, I do the time, I cross that line, I drop the gun, I break the code, lay my heart on the killing road. But the past don't bend, it just laughs and bleeds, echoes loud in the silence between what I was, what I could have been. A real man knows when he's wrong, but a lonely man knows it's too late. These are missed opportunities, baby, carved in whiskey and pain. I was built to lose the ones I love, repeat the same old game. I look powerful in the mirror, but I'm broken underneath. A gangster with a gentleman's heart on his knees. So if you hear my name in a sad old song, know I loved you, just not strong. Midnight fades, the truth still bleeds. I am made of missed opportunity.